Atomos Ninja V or V, whatever you call this. I'm bought this because I'm buying Sony a7s III. I have just pre-ordered this now, and this is the great companion to the camera of this year. I'm sure it will be the camera of the year. So let's go, guys. What's good, guys? My name is Oleg Nikitin and you're watching No Limits On, the channel about the privilege of being a freelancer, and you're welcome to my tech kitchen. This is the Atomos Ninja V, I'm gonna call it 5, and Western Digital Blue SSD disk for 1 TB is a great companion to this, as this is a great companion to Sony a7s III. So I'm gonna tell you everything about this unit, how it works, how it compares to using just the internal recording, also what accessories you'll need to buy, and everything you need to know about this beast of a machine. So guys, it's time to open this up. As we open the box, here is the unit itself. It's not heavy, but you know, it feels really good in the hands. It's all metal except for the back, it's the plastic one. Here we have our microphone line in, also the headphone jack, which is nice, the remote controller, power button, the HDMI in, so you'll be plugging in your camera right here, straight into this HDMI port, HDMI out, so you can send the signal out to the director's monitor, for example. Also here we get the threads for mounting this onto the camera or to mounting some accessories onto the shoe. Here is the multi-interface unit from Atomos, so we'll be plugging in some extra devices such as SDI or timecode units, but you will need to buy it separately. And also here's the slot for the battery, and here's the slot for the SSD. I chose the Western Digital Blue 1 TB, which was in the list by Atomos, so it is a good choice for this unit. It will be sticking out a little bit, but it's okay for me. We'll put this aside, and now we'll have a look what's inside of this box. So guys, I took everything out of the box, and the first thing we have here is some paperwork. It says welcome to the Atomos family, which is very nice from them. It's a great company and they love their customers, so here it is. Also, you have 3 years warranty when you register your unit in the Atomos website, which is the atomos.com. Also, we have here different adapters for different sockets. So here we have the European one, the British one, the American one, and the strange one. I don't even know what it is. So also we have the special adapter to plug in the DC. So you'll be using just a regular socket, so you plug this in. Also you have this power adapter. Also you can put it in, and then you screw it like so, and it is a locking connection, so it's not going anywhere. So you'll be secure, which is also very nice, kind of sturdy. And here you can plug in some different adapters. So mine is the European one, so I'm in Russia, we have the European adapter. So we simply slide it in till it clicks, and it's ready to go. And the last piece of equipment right here is the Atomos caddy. So as you can see, we can open this unit up, and here we have some small screws. So we put our SSD drive straight into here, and then we simply close it, then we make the screws done, and then we slide it like so to the Atomos Ninja V itself. So this is the great option. So if you don't want to buy the Angel Bird SSDs, which are fitting properly the Atomos Ninja V, you can use the normal one, the SSD which comes to the computer. This is everything that comes in the box. It's a pretty small kit, and you'll need to buy some accessories. With the help of the magic of editing, I'll be showing you those things a little bit later in this video, and we'll be reviewing all the things and the bits and pieces about this unit a little bit later, but you'll see it right now. What's good, guys? Today we're discussing Atomos Ninja V recorder. Let me stress this out, because as a monitor, it's not the best choice. I had a separate video about comparing this monitor and recorder to my Small HD Focus 5. So if you're interested, please go there and then come back here. So this recorder is about to be reviewed. So the first and the most well-known feature of this monitor is its ability to record ProRes and DNxHD or HQ. So these are the formats that help a lot with your editing system. You can simply plug in the SSD straight from here to your computer and edit off of it, and without downloading actually the footage right there. And actually Apple ProRes and DNxHR are much more convenient codecs, and your computer is not kind of ripping out your files from the camera, which are the H.264 and the long up compression from the Sony a7s II, which is a much heavier load on your computer and your processing power. Also, you can boost your camera abilities. For instance, my Sony a7s II records only 8-bit 420 internally, and externally I'm able to get 422, still 8-bit, but some different cameras can record even from 8-bit to 10-bit to an external recorder, which is great. And also, when the Sony a7s III arrives to me, I'll be able to record 12-bit ProRes RAW to this recorder, and also I'll be able to record 16-bit RAW in a later firmware, I hope so. One more benefit of this Atomos video recorder is also that it can be an audio recorder. For instance, you can record 2 channels from your camera via HDMI and 2 channels separately because it has the mic line. And you can record a separate 2-channel audio, and you'll have all of 4 channels audio in your editing system, editing software actually. And you'll be able to record an interview with 2 people simultaneously without using a second camera or a separate audio recorder. Also, you can set your HDMI and your recorder to be a recorder trigger. So you press the record button on your camera and it records both into the SD card of the camera and to the recorder itself. Also, you can record the feed from the camera with all of the settings. So it's the HDMI signal with your autofocus, with your all the settings, the white balance and all that stuff, so your viewers will be able to see all of your settings right here, right now. It's much more convenient way than just shooting the back of your camera like I used to do. If your camera has only one SD card, you now have the ability to make your instant backups, so you can record to the recorder and to the SD card. But for the Sony cameras before Sony a7s III, it's kind of makes your autofocus with faces and eyes disabled, so keep that in mind. But Sony a7s III has no limitations when working with the external recorder, so you can record to both SD cards or CF Express Type A cards to a recorder and still have your eye tracking and all the goodness. Using this external recorder, you now no longer have the 30 minutes limit on your cameras. Some cameras don't have it internally, like Sony a6600 or a6400 or Sony a7s III, but the more, old cameras, they do have the limitation. So now you're able to record as long as your battery is okay. But remember, if you record into both the SD card and to your recorder, you will be limited to 30 minutes because the SD card will not record for more than 30 minutes internally, only externally. When using a 1TB SSD, you'll be able to record up to 6.5 hours of ProRes LT, up to 4.5 hours of ProRes 422, and up to 2 with some minutes of hours in ProRes HQ. The same numbers can be applied to DNxHD codecs. Also, I found out that it's much easier and cheaper to use this recorder and the 1TB SSD than buying separately 4 256 gigs of memory cards, V90 cards for your Sony a7s III, because it will be kind of the same cash, but you'll get much more from this guy. You'll get a monitor, a pretty good one, you'll get ProRes recording, you'll get fast editing via SSD straight to your computer. It's just a much better option. So if you're looking forward to buy a Sony a7s III, or if you already have one, this is a very good complementary thing for you. A little drawback of this construction is that the caddy of the SSD is a little bit winky, and you can kind of, bend it a little bit, and also it sticks out of this recorder, but it's a minor thing. I've never had an issue with it, it's just a little bit flimsy. Also, you can rename your files whatever you want to, you can name it any way you wish, but you will still have a pretty long name, because of the file naming system in here, but it's still very convenient because in the cameras before Sony a7s III we had a pretty shitty system of naming. The new name will be applied only after formatting your SSD, so keep that in mind. Uploading the new firmware and your LUTs is pretty simple and straightforward. You simply plug in your SSD, you download the firmware, you download the LUTs, and later on you can upload it to the recorder itself. It takes a few seconds actually, and it's very nice and convenient. It lacks the accessories in the kit, and the kit with accessories is just enormously expensive. So I've bought some accessories, and all of the links will be in the description below. So what are the accessories? I bought a simple screw which just screws right here with a cold shoe adapter. It's a nice touch here. You can just simply put here your microphone or something. Also, here is a camera mount, actually the monitor mount, which can be rotated 360 degrees, and it's also tilting. It's a very nice one. Not a cheap one actually, but you know, it's around $12. That's okay. Also, I bought the special cable, which is USB 3.0 to SATA 3.0 to plug in to your computer, your SSD drive after you have finished your recording. Also, what do I have here? I have some DuraPro batteries and a dual charger, which charges the batteries from 0 to 100% for about 6 to 7 hours. So you'll need a couple of chargers and a couple of batteries actually. It's a 2 batteries charger and it charges via micro USB, so you can plug in your power bank and charge it while you're shooting in your backpack, which is nice. It's a pretty cheap solution, but still the batteries are pretty nice. Also, I bought a special HDMI cable, which is HDMI 2.0 to record 4K 50 from Sony a7s III. It's kind of a, you know, angled, and it's pretty nice. It will be like so, but it's a 30 centimeters cable. Maybe half a meter cable would be a much better choice, but still I'll find it out a little bit later. And the last but not the least is the small cage. Actually, you can use it with your iPad mini. It's a case for iPad mini. It's a very soft one and it protects your monitor very safely. It fits perfectly, as you might see, because you surely don't want to scratch your monitor. And there is one more nice touch. If your battery dies in your camera, or if the battery dies in your recorder, or if you somehow plug out your SSD, the file won't be corrupted. It will be safe and recorded up to the moment when you just plug out the SSD or the battery dies, which is a very good one. So guys, overall I do enjoy Atomos Ninja V as a recorder, and I do recommend this piece of equipment, especially if you have your Sony a7s III or you're planning to buy this one. It's just a great addition, especially considering the price of those small SD cards, of B90 cards that are able to record 4K 50 or 4K 120. So we're moving on to the quote of the episode. The ability to make responsible concessions is evidence of common sense. Jane Austen, the English writer. Of course, for me, after using the small HD focus, the Atomos Ninja V is kind of a compromise, but I'm being smart and I'm okay with those little quirks and issues with the monitoring functions of this, but as a recorder, it is just gorgeous and it really helps me out with my workflow. So guys, that's been it, and the question of the episode. Do you use Atomos Ninja V? What do you think of it? Or maybe do you use something else? Please share your thoughts in the comment section below, right there, below the like and subscribe buttons. Bam bam, hit those buttons if you didn't already. And if you enjoy my content, for sure. This was Oleg Nikitin, my tech kitchen and No Limits On. Hope you learned some new stuff from this video. Take care guys, see you in the next one. Bye.